10,
9, 8,
7,
6,
3, 2,
1.
0.
Hello, Dash League, and welcome back to another exciting day here at Dash League Network in the Hyperdash world. I am Kastle, and I'm accompanied in the booth by the one and the only Texadile.
Hello.
We are here today to watch an exciting match, this time in Walker tier, between Sky versus Fire. We're in Cycle 5 now, and I think this is still the first week of Cycle 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So we still got a bunch of Cycle 5 goodness. The maps, if you haven't been watching any, the maps for today and this entire cycle are going to be your classic Launchpad payload. However, newest addition to the domination lineup is Volcano. That meta has been developing and getting some exciting stuff. If you haven't watched the D versus V, you can see some potential new metas. But we've got White Wolf here showing us the Macarena dance. At this point, the Macarena has got to be just a classic dance. I feel like you got to do the Macarena starting out.
So on Fire, we have Gil Arthur, White Wolf, Tenacious Dave, Chiron, and Sharkhead. Looking like a pretty good lineup for Fire. You want to read off Sky?
And for Sky, we've got Bird Fever, Sage Birdie, Snarples, Wanderer, and Money. And Money with that 98 level, man, you got to get that level up a couple.
Oh yeah.
Throwing off the 100 level vibe there. Oh, I want to like offer, like send him a DM and be like, Money, can I just like use your account, level it up to 100 for you, please? But it should be a good one. It should be a good one.
That should be good.
I will say though, in terms of tier, and I think we were talking about this earlier, Sky are probably the stronger team. And they're bringing up a really strong lineup today. I know Fire's had a lot of seasons under their belt, but Sky has consistently been in the top of Sprinter and gotten into Dasher a few times as well. So I think Fire is going to have the work cut out for them today. Fortunately, they do have server preference here, Amsterdam server for their first map, and then they've got Volcano, and you know you can do a lot of interesting things with Volcano. So if they have a chance to beat the bigger team here, I feel like it might be in this
Ajax in chat saying all bets on Sky for this one. A lot of people cheering for Sky.
You know, I would love to see Fire. I mean, Fire has a lot of variety in the weapons they use. I know in particular, I think they are missing a few of their top lineup today, though, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe they just have some new players I don't recognize. Let me see. Let me pull up those rosters.
Way ahead of you.
Gadget Man. That's usually a name I would expect to see one of the OG Fire players. No, yeah, this might be more along their top lineup this season. I haven't seen them play too much this season, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they can bring to the table. I know for Sky, they've had a little bit of a rough later season. They got their way. They won the first two matches and got their way into Dash tier. Ended up with my team on D and as well as Berserk down to Sprinter. Played two really hard Sprinter matches against, I think, potentially Dasher League players, got down into Walker, and unfortunately got paired up with UNSC down in Walker tier because UNSC had some interesting. So they've been really trying to crawl their way back up. Just some unfortunate matchups after the other. So they're looking for a big win today.
I think my predictions today are Sky. I think on blue team, I think they'll pre-check Fire because their rockets and defense are just really, it's way up there.
Yes.
When they're on blue, I think they're gonna get past checkpoint, and honestly, I think high 90s. I don't know about 100%
High
though.
90s. Gotcha. I'll hold
Yeah.
you to that. We'll see. We'll see if they get to that. It is important to note that I think a few of them are on the West Coast. So them being Amsterdam, they're going to be playing with 100+ ping. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
might, hopefully that doesn't affect Money too much, who I know I want to say is the primary Rocketeer over on Sky. But working around those ping issues is part of the game. But yes,
What are
I
your
do
predictions,
think,
Michael?
I think Fire, I think it's going to be really hard to hold Fire. Unless if Fire is really cart focused on their server at checkpoint. Always a possibility, but I think Fire can do it past the checkpoint. And I do think high 90s for Sky. And then for Fire, honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't know what their post checkpoint play is like too much.
Yeah.
So, but if we just go by averages, it's probably be around the 80s. They can get past checkpoint.
I'm hoping to
Just see
see
how
some
coordinated.
double stacking for Fire.
Yeah. Sure. Fire's got some wins under their belt. They played Hacks, decent team. They took them out, and then they've gone up against Emu, which I think Sky did as well. Just last cycle, Emu had to go up against both of these teams, and then after that, Fire. I think they were in Sprinter tier, and they went up against you guys last time, didn't they? That's right.
Yeah.
So you would be able to speak on what they would do more than I would for sure.
I kind of forgot. They are pretty cart focused. I'll say that they are. Fire is very cart focused. I think I forget the other map that we played them in. Was it Waterway?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes, it
It's
was
showing
Waterway.
launchpad for one of my screens, but a question mark. Huh? That's kind of weird. All right, but let's get this started.
Prepare to start.
We're off. Looks like only one person on cart just to start off. Red team rollout. Looking pretty good. Going for the hiding spots. Personally, I'd put 5 people in bottom house, but that's just me.
Of course, that's the new meta these days.
Map starts in
I do like this angle here.
2.
One of the first angles I used on launchpad, but you got to be prepared to move
Oh yeah.
and stay hidden.
Elimination.
Looks like we already have a blue person in shield.
A little bit of a skirmish there. Snarple's coming out on top, looking for the 3-pick. Start things off. Oh,
Ooh.
just unable to
Just
get that
barely, yeah.
third. Did get him down though. Still pretty big impacts by Snarples.
White Wolf taken down by Money. Good pre-fire with the shock.
Yeah, Money's clearing the way. However,
Already
car is
still
down.
dead. Car's up.
Looked like a lucky heavy that landed on cart with her double stack.
Oh! Mid-air shock. Took out White Wolf. Money's still up. Double shocks. Holding shield. Gets another. That's a triple. At least. Oh, would that be... I think that would be 5. Still up. Still holding shield. Gets another. This is a kill streak. Eventually kills himself with shocks. We are triple stacking on cart.
Yeah, I'm loving the cart focus from Sky here early on.
Already pushing down the slope. Money still holding cart with a shock and a pistol. Pushing through shield. Another pre-fire onto Dave.
But does he realize the cart is down? Cart's been down a little bit. Fire kind of aggregated on that cart and just took them out. Lost a few seconds there.
Money getting all the kill streaks here.
Yeah, no one's getting through shield, that's for sure. Not with Money on the job. Cart about at checkpoint pace. a little bit slower than they probably want. 3 minutes, 42 seconds, just rounding the bend now. Right now, money on top, 11 and 3.
I
Really
believe this
putting
is...
those shocks to good use. Ooh, and a nice
Ooh.
headshot. White Wolf actually leading the map, 12 and 5. That headshot landing in the top frag spot. And that first shot accuracy from White Wolf is going crazy.
Money is currently top scoring on Sky, going 13 and 3. Impressive shot work.
And Snarple's not too far behind, 11 and 7. And this is on blue side too.
I believe this is above league average for the cart pace. Just past SPV.
They come around that bend really quick.
Yeah, they did.
Just
Hardly any
typically
stop.
Typically where teams tend to slow down on more. Little ring around the rosy. Sharkhead getting the pick.
Double headshot on the Snarples. Takes out cart. Getting taken out by Money. Double pistols onto cart. Taken out by Arthur. Arthur is on rockets. Probably has a good advantage. Ping advantage.
He's getting hunted.
Yeah, he is.
Slippery though. Very slippery, and it's serving him well. I am loving the cart focus by both teams now, actually. Red with Tenacious Dave sacrificing his life to stay on that cart, and Sage Birdie just throwing herself at that cart time and time again, trying to get that cart moving. Wanderer as well.
Arthur only using one rocket and not using his other hand. Not bothering to go back and pick up another rocket or use his other hand. Oh. Kill on Wanderer.
Yeah, we want to kill Arthur a while. This guy really need to take him down.
Going 13,
man.
14-9 rockets.
Oh man. Oh no! And he just barely survives. Some quick reactions from Yellow Arthur to avoid a premature death. Ooh, and
Hunted
Starbles
down
takes
by
him
Starbles.
down. We're gonna see some movement here. This guy calling that out. Money
Trying
with
to
the
hold back
shots.
cart for just a little
How does he
while.
live?
Money killed himself on cart, didn't take out Dave. Cart is just in front of checkpoint with a minute left.
Couple good group ups from Sky, and they should be able to get this through.
One
Definitely.
remaining.
This does look like checkpoint.
Yellow Arthur. Oh, and unable to stop
Another
it, but gets a
double.
4 pig right on the end there. But with
That's very good.
With just over a minute through checkpoint. That's decent time. And I think, yeah, we might be looking at a 90. I don't think 100 is very realistic at this point, but a 90 for sure. They can really
Yeah.
hold that triangle room.
Arthur with a 2 KD at this point. Over. 23-11.
And I love how versatile Rocketeers have to be. The moment that cart play changes, you got to try some other weapons. And Yellow Arthur already has his rollout or his weapon loadout ready to go there. Triple stack from Sky, really pushing that cart.
Snarples get a double in shotgun. Thinking about Dave, and then Dave is still alive. Probably pushing out to grab health.
A lot of fight around the triangle area. I do like that Fire has had a good possession of the internal fire, really controlling that dash, and it's starting to allow them to put a lot of aggression on cart.
Cart did not really stop between checkpoint and triangle.
The
Running on
cart
double
focus has just been
pulling down try.
Taken
Taken out by Arthur.
Another triple stack for a moment there.
Still double stacking on cart.
Yeah, even with the amount of presence in triangle, the firepower coming from Sky is making it hard for Fire to get a decent access to the cart.
Absolutely.
Ooh, White Wolf going
Or
crazy with the dashes.
almost-
Money. Double
almost-
SMGs will take him down.
Almost under Rocket Bridge with almost 5 minutes remaining. I feel like cart focus for Sky has been fantastic.
Finally seeing the first slowdown here. Their hold on triangle starting to pay dividends now.
Dave pushing up, but gets taken out by Bird Fever. Up. Ooh, taken out by Sharkhead.
Ooh. That's some really nice positioning. Sharkhead looking for his third. Snarple's take him out first.
Bird Fever fighting it out and shield. Hops on
Big
cart.
group up. Big
Good group. Takes out Arthur. Gonna get another.
And that's... And they've got fire on the heels now. Stuck in the alley. Guy anticipating that push. Oh, but a multi-point pinch from fire here. Catching Sky off guard for just a second. Looks like it's
This
not
is
bothering
very
them
good.
too much. Cart's still trucking along.
This is a great Sky group up.
Yeah, that one
Cart
group
is
up
soft.
got them 3 group ups with just trickling to the cart. That's exactly the kind of momentum you want to see on the blue side.
If they're grouping again, Shockbridge Triangle area.
Ooh. Birdkeeper lands the pick.
Pushes through the enemy's SMG. Taken out by Dave.
That was a close battle. He's sitting at very low, probably around 25% health now. Push by Sky. Both Bird Fever and Wanderer go down.
Ooh. Good group at Rocket Bridge here.
And really nice positioning. This is a really nice defense on Fire's part to completely shut them down at the
For sure.
86%. And this is why so many angles. With White Wolf doing what he's doing now with these quick flanks and really quick movement. Shutting them down. Money rocking the golden SMGs. Daily Arthur with an important pick on him to shut him down.
Love to see some gun bling.
Alright, both teams get some space here. See who gets possession of triangle first. Sky doing a group up. But they're not getting into triangle, giving that the space to fire, and that's gonna probably disrupt their group up. Yep, and it's looking like their group up's getting ruined with this lack of... Oh, they do.
Yep.
No, they clear out triangle. But only a couple of them alive going into the alley.
Fire is still holding Sky at 86.54%. Sorry. We have a minute 30 left.
This is exactly what you want to do on Fire. Just keep pushing people up into triangle, breaking up those group ups. All it takes is 1 or 2 people and your entire group up can be destroyed.
Exactly. Fire positioning is truly really on point here.
Sharks
One thing I've
are
noticed about these low sprinter and walker teams is that where they lack in mechanical skill, they really excel in teamwork. They're really connected with their team.
That's a really good thing to note. You know, in using those extra weapons, those positions, you can learn a lot from the positions.
Oh yeah,
You gotta use the... If you can't get that aim to land, you gotta put yourself in those awesome spots. You can learn a lot. You can learn a lot from these teams.
you can learn a lot from any team, regardless if they're top of the league or
Yep.
bottom of the barrel.
Especially V, that bottom house meta. I do wonder though, actually on that volcano, I saw a couple things actually might want to try it, but we'll have to see.
9, 8,
Some
spoil it for
D
anyone.
inspiration
5, 4, 3, 2,
in the YouTube chat. We have a few more people cheering for Sky. We have Mr. Aomanik Santiago. Sorry if I butchered that name. Cheering for Fire.
And that'll do it 87%, 3% just shy of 90. Decent hold by Fire on the late end.
Sides.
Top
Oh,
rating
yeah.
right now, Money and top scoring with a 44-24.
Prepare to
Mixture of
start.
shocks and SMGs to get him up there. Top fragging. Shared by both Arthur and White Wolf. However, White Wolf going on top for 34-24, 4,000 points. We'll see if those stand in the flip side. Yeah, that was a really good defense by Fire.
Match
Once again, that
in
triangle
3,
play on their part
2, 1.
really helped them out.
Go.
Why am I
First elimination.
here? Let me see what Money's doing. Nice dodge off cart. Money get him on the second attempt.
Rock in bottom house. Misses the pick. Goes, gets it with the splash damage. Gets another off cart.
Ooh. Oh no! How did that not kill him?
I don't know.
That was critical at this point. Probably surprised himself too that they didn't land, but Tenacious Dave's probably really grateful. A decent clear of all the Sky players. However, a big group up
There you
coming
go.
in.
Great hold of shield.
And that was probably a little bit of a mistake on Fire's part not to get people into shield with all that space.
Exactly.
But they seem to handle it well, completely clearing Sky, forcing them along the main rail instead. Excellent rockets from Bird Fever. You know, a team has a good hold on their defense when they can set up rockets right at the beginning of this incline.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you can hold rockets and keep them alive, then you've got great hold on blue team.
Despite Fire's decent push on the early round, this lack of presence on the SMG bridge is going to come back to bite them. Oh, 2 Rocketeers now. There's not much they're going to be able to do on this incline. They've got to push forward and get some space. Get those disruptors up there.
They don't do anything about these rockets. Ooh, taken out.
Speak of the devil, Arthur not only taking out the 2 Rocketeers, but also getting back on card. That's a big play by Arthur.
Double stacking, sometimes even triple stacking again. Someone in chat cheering for Supernova. You might be looking at the wrong stream.
Might be on the wrong match, man. Oh, you know what I don't have up right now?
What's that?
I don't have my... chat up. There we go. Alright, we'll toss the chat in. Man, I haven't been casting for a couple weeks. I'm over forgetting stuff. Chat should be up now.
Money on those rockets again. Gets taken out by Arthur. Good disrupting by Arthur. Again, on that cart, pushing under SMG bridge. Arthur decides against going through tunnel. Still on cart. This is great cart focus here by Fire. Rockets are up. Almost taken up by Arthur. Bird Fever avoids Arthur and takes him out. Good slipperiness. Looks like we have 2 Rocketeers up. We have Sky members standing on cart.
2 Rocketeer defense is hard to deal with, especially when they can still get someone focused on that cart like they do.
Absolutely.
Nice shield play by Wanderer. Wanderer's been doing so much for that cart focus.
Bird Fever remaining extremely slippery, making it very hard for Sky to take him out. Kill Arthur.
Oh no! He takes himself out. No.
Ends the streak by jumping into the payload.
I saw that coming. I was like, at first I was a little impressed. Going back and forth.
It's like this is checkpoint.
And this is about a minute more than Fire had. And we're looking at the right match. Why are they talking about Supernova?
I have no clue.
But that was an excellent push by Fire, especially that post-bridge push.
Wonder
with
it pushes
Yeah.
past the disruptors and goes right to cart, taking it out with a shot.
And I think that's one of the downsides of the double rocket setup is if you lose both Rocketeers, your defense is shot.
Oh yeah.
So and Fire even now getting a ton of pushing time. At this point, this is where Guy was at checkpoint wise.
Yep. And Fire is making great time compared to Sky. See if they can hold up their end.
And they've been pushed up completely to triangle. This is what Sky was actually lacking in their post checkpoint was the triangle focus. Just getting into their face here in triangle.
Absolutely.
Big group
Tony
of
rocking the
Sky
banana
there.
skin.
However, meeting the full force of Fire as they come around the bridge.
Bird Fever takes out 2 with a rocket clearing cart. Cart is back up. No one to contest it. Money hops on rockets again. Still being slippery. Looks like Fire has a good group up here. Waiting for all 5. It appears they're kind of abandoning that natural group up, instead just trickling in.
And it's working. This cart's continuing to move at a steady pace. And with 4.5 minutes and only about 4% left, even at the 80% mark, I think Fire's going to take this, which is a huge shock in my opinion. Fire's been incredible today.
Shows that maybe Sky underestimated them and just kind of thought of a chill match they haven't locked in.
I guess you do need to account for the ping difference too.
Oh,
I think Sky much more
yeah.
used to playing with rockets on their own ping. But Money, you need to get on that cart, man. Oh, that was a little painful to watch. I know trying to get that pick is important, but that cart was moving the entire time that little dodge battle was happening. Like an entire percent going to Fire just from that couple seconds alone.
We are at 85.58% with 3 minutes 30 seconds remaining, going into Fire's favor.
Yeah, like I said,
Like
I'm
Fire
not sure a
getting a
double
group
rocket
up in.
is as easy to do when you're at 100+ ping. They probably should have adjusted for that. Maybe switch to some other weapon. Especially now, because you might be used to getting that pick with a rocket. Ooh, but a big push by Fire.
Hops on cart.
Huge push, and it's a team, almost a team wipe, but one's still in alley. They don't realize it. Oh, and Money's gonna take out multiple. Still, they got 2% from that push. That was huge.
They only need
only about a third of a
0.25%.
percent left. Yeah.
They have 2 minutes 46 seconds. This, I was wrong, I guess.
This was,
very
I
long.
mean, this is huge. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what kind of fire's been under Fire's like belt right now, but they're going crazy. And that is it. Fire
Yeah.
takes the map with that second push of theirs. And with still 2 minutes, we might be looking at a potential 90, deep 90 push. Fire to keep his pace up. First map, though. Well earned by Fire.
A trade between Wanderer and White Wolf. You can see a White Wolf roll out here.
And I don't think it was firepower. I think it was pure strats that got them this W on the launch pad. They took
For
the
sure.
space they need to. They've been pushing up. They've got the good focus. It's just, there's not too much to really comment on weakness-wise from Fire. They've been playing this payload right. And sure, they've got that server advantage, but, you know, you gotta use what you got.
Exactly.
And once again, Sky not getting that triangle focus, or getting to it a little too late. And oh man, almost completely wiped out as Fire goes around the bends. Oh, and Bird Fever crashes onto cart.
Purple's pushing up into triangle, takes out White Wolf. Gets taken out. Oh. Camera jumping around. Arthur moving in double SMGs. Holding just in front of
Oh, some
Rocket
fancy
Break.
moves with Arthur. Snarples to take him out. And nice, Sky pushing up, finally getting some triangle space.
There's a
If they can
triple
hold
for
this
Snarple.
triangle, we should not see Fire get any more percent. This is the triangle hold they needed. This is what they needed like 4 minutes ago.
And this is what Sky needed to do 4 minutes ago, is disrupt from way more. They allowed...
They needed this presence this entire time instead of being set back on their heels. Oh, and I think almost a team wipe. Fire now pushing up. Huge push by Fire. Holy cow. We might be looking at 100 if they're this pace. Oh, Sky finally cleared them out, but that was a dangerous push from Fire.
10 seconds left. Fire is at 94.51%.
7, 6,
Sky's getting into the disruption that they needed. Purple's carrying with the disruption. Someone going, oh, it's like that could be overtime?
And I think that's
No.
it. They get the overtime. They take it
That was
out, but
impressive.
let's look at those results. Fire 94% to 87%. An excellent blue side push. White Wolf, to no surprise, out on top. 72.53 with a 9,000 score under his belt. Kudos to him. Excellent play. Yellow Arthur not too far behind. 69.56. Doing well on his own part. On Sky, Money 82.48. 2KD almost 9,000 on his own. But the W.
Right below money, we have
Justified.
Snarple, Wanderer, Bird Fever, and Sade Birdie, respectively.
So yeah, that was a shock. That was a big shock.
Yeah.
However, now they
Yeah.
get server advantage, and if they've been practicing Volcano at all, you know, that already could give them a leg up. So, but this probably isn't the way that they're wanting it to go if they want to get out of the tier that they're in right now. They're going to need a pretty big win on this Volcano, and after this Volcano, they're going to have to absolutely crush the control point. I want to say this is their first match for this cycle, though.
Believe so.
So
We are now switching servers.
which means I will need to go back to main here. You guys can enjoy some music in the meantime. Yeah. The fact that Bird Fever has a B in his name is is almost as bad as having a B in the password. Keeps popping up that dash cam menu. All right, well, we are in. And we are at a volcano today.
We got 5 for Sky, only
That's
4
a
for
coast.
Fire. Are we getting another player, or
Probably
Yeah,
looking, or
yeah,
just
yeah.
waiting for their fifth to get into the lobby. So now Sky with the advantage here on the West Coast. Fire now playing with 100 plus ping on their own now.
Ooh, an appearance from Gadget Man,
And
hopping
Gadget
into
Man.
Fire.
That's the name I was expecting to see. Sky looking to roll out with the same lineup they had in on the launch pad. So the name of the game for Volcano is Presence. You gotta be able to control
Mhm.
all 3 buttons, and with just how widespread the buttons are from each other, we're talking glory level amount of spread between the buttons.
Yeah,
You gotta
counters are very hard for the losing team because your own button is more than 3 dashes away
yeah, which is
from
weird.
spawn.
So weird. I want to say like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes. With an optimal route is 4, but that route's really hard to, yeah. Those 3 dashes to your button leaves you kind of exposed, so you can't necessarily take that route if you want to go counter as well. You have to take a 5 dash route sometimes. It's really
Yeah.
hard to, and same to B. B can be really difficult from your own button, from your own base, especially if the other team's stealing your dash. Also routes, that's another thing. The routes on Volcano are so important. You got to get into the
Mhm.
volcanoes and practice those routes. Like you should be able to chain your dashes almost equally from dash to dash pickup around the map.
Volcano truly is an interesting map because
Yeah.
you can go from one base to the other on rollout, just taking a
Yeah.
dash and go to the other dash, grabbing their button immediately.
I think you can do the same on Quarry if you're perfect.
Mhm.
Although I think there's still some moments of we won't talk too much about Quarry, but Volcano, it has a very similar field, except for the verticality. So much verticality. Those 3 levels at B, you know, with the extra space underneath with the shield pickup, you know, and the upper and the lower route from your own button to B, which honestly I haven't seen a lot of teams yet use that lower shortcut path from their button to B. That's a huge avenue that I want to see really get used. I guess teams
Yeah.
right now are just trying to figure out where the heck they're going, you know?
Really an easy shortcut.
It
Not a
is.
whole lot of teams have really.
You don't expect to see much presence there as well. So if you can use that.
Mhm.
There's also that health pickup. There's just so much going on down there that people are just
Yeah.
not using yet. I will say, once you go down there, let's say you want to do a counter from your button to B, it does put you at a disadvantage because it takes at least 1 or 2 dashes to get from that lower route up to the button, and you have no idea what's going on up there. So that is
Mhm.
one major downfall that you have to consider.
You're rushing in blindly.
You also can't cover your button, the main route to your button, from their base. As another thing. So it's a very B dedicated route. We'll probably see it more played out as this map starts to really get into the fold more. But in the meantime,
Yeah. I want to give them the sign that we're ready.
Oh.
They're asking for thumbs up.
And there it is. I don't think I have the map on either.
Here it is. Cycle 5, Fire versus Sky, Volcano.
Match starts in 3, 2.
We're going to watch Red Team roll out on White Wolf.
Red takes A.
grabs the dash, beats Snarples to the dash, but Snarples still gets the pick.
Red takes A.
Sky just missing B.
Blue takes A. Red takes A.
No one. Oh, Sky finally gets B. White Wolf
Red takes C.
going out to Fire's base. Or, excuse me.
Scores 3, 2,
What is? Oh my goodness, that was a
Ooh.
close countdown.
scores 3.
Fire countdown again. Sarkat holding.
Blue team countered.
Sky countdown.
I'm not sure why I can't get the map to work. I would probably need to restart my Hyperdash. They can't do that right now.
Yeah.
So let me try
Blue
something.
team score countered. Blue countered. Red takes A.
And he's still holding Fire's button.
Scores
Sky countdown.
2.
Gets countered by. Oh, not countered.
And that's it.
Sky scored, taking the first point.
Struggled there a little bit to get their roots set up, but once they did, able to get into
Mhm.
Fire's base and lock down that final
Match
point.
starts
Final,
in 3,
final hold.
2, 1. Go.
We have Sky roll out.
Blue takes C. Blue takes A.
Yeah, I apologize for the map issues. I'm not sure why I can't get.
Blue team
Snarples
scores in
with another
countered.
Sky countdown. Fire holding B pretty well.
Blue team scores in 3, 2.
A lot of
Another Sky
presence.
countdown.
Blue team wins this
That is
round.
another point for Sky, back to
That was a
back.
quick one. Yeah, they had their spread out really well. A lot of presence on B and a D presence on Fire's base there.
In 3,
I was gonna have to pull it together in a reverse sweep.
match point. Red takes A. Blue takes A. Red takes B.
White Wolf not prioritizing button.
Blue team scores countered.
Another Sky countdown.
Blue team scores.
Countered again at B.
Blue team scores.
Could this be it?
2 countered. Blue team
Oh, countered at B.
scores in 3,
Another Sky countdown.
2.
Countdown after countdown. And
Oh my gosh,
that is
that's it.
EO.
Holy. I didn't even
Very
have time to
fast.
set up everything. That was insane. It was a sub 3 minute volcano. Guys struggled a little bit on the first couple of countdowns, but man, they brought it back and impressively. Snarples on top, 9 and 3, 2,200 points. Money, same score, 6 and 2, 2,200 points. That really shows where a lot of the encounters went. On Fire,
really showing what
White
a
Wolf,
team practices.
White Wolf 7 and 5, only one breaking that 2,000 point mark. Just really, Fire just wasn't able to get onto the map much. They did have the good first initial rollout, but didn't really look like they had much more than that. That was a really good showing. That's kind of what I might have expected to see, though, to be honest. With server advantage and a little practice, Sky brought that back. We will be moving on to a double control point. And actually, I think I'm going to take this time to restart my Hyperdash. So I will be back. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with the control point? I think both teams have had a decent amount of practice. I know Sky definitely. You know, a rule of thumb I've used in the past has been the person that has done better on the domination typically has the advantage. However, this season, I've already seen a couple cases where that is not the case. So I think Sky might have a little bit more of a leg up here for the control point. But it's hard to say.
And we are also only 12 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers on
Are
Dash
we
League
really?
Network. Yeah,
It's so close.
988.
So a control point, a double CP. Hopefully both teams have been charging their headsets. Looks like Sky once again maintaining their lineup. Looks like we are going to get a substitute from Fire though. Looks like they took out Gadget Man.
Yeah. Only one appearance.
Let's see if I can find. I don't think. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up some matches from the past. See how they did on their respective control points. Looks like Sky has not done a control point. I know Fire has. So this will be a first official showing of a control point from Sky.
Yep.
From Fire, they did do a control point against Hacks, and they won that control point. And it was actually a pretty significant win on their part. 100-point difference for them. So I would say, even with the slight upper hand from Sky here, they're gonna need to watch out, because we know Fire knows what to do. Looks like map hasn't been swapped yet. This is not a volcano. It's going to be a control point, or should be control point. We'll first play on Sky's server. Play directly on that San Jose goodness, and then swap back over to an Amsterdam. Best of both, in case you don't know. Count up the points between the two control points, and the team with the higher number will win. I will say I do like the longer the matches. The four map matches. Hyperdash matches in general tend to be really short, you know? Because if you do have a really quick payload and a really quick domination, that's over. You can be warming up for like an hour or two before these, just to play just a few minutes, it feels. With a double CP, you get the full range of game time. Because, you know, usually when you go to a double CP, you've also done two really full launch pad, payload, and domination. Although that last domination was not slow at all.
Yeah.
But it looks like you're about to get started here. Thumbs up from Galley Arthur. Tenacious Dave doing his dance.
I believe if you hold R, the lights around drone will flicker green.
Really?
Yeah.
Match starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we'll see White Wolf starting out.
Blue team has captured the control point.
Fire taken. Oh, Sky takes the lead again.
Control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
Sky being very button focused,
Captured the control point.
holding it pretty dang well.
Captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured
White Wolf holding that button just for a little bit. Fire takes back the lead. Money getting some good picks here. Currently going 4-0.
Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point.
Possession and control of the button area has really
Control point.
been a battle. No team really coming out
Yeah.
on top.
Lots of back and forth.
Blue team has taken the lead.
Mm.
Red team has captured the control point.
Hopefully these teams have some button assignments so they're not stealing each other's button pushes, because I'm seeing a lot of bodies on both Fire and Sky kind of grouped around that button. They should be calling out who's gonna push that button.
Red team has captured the control point.
That's how you avoid that situation of the button grouping up.
The control point.
Because you definitely don't want all your players just grouped around that button without a dash pickup.
Exactly.
Red team has captured the control
Bird Fever
Personally.
going 1-5, but still top scoring. Shows the importance of button pushing.
Blue team has captured the control point. Blue team has taken the lead. Red team has
Sky taking back. Never mind. Fire takes back the lead.
the lead.
And that was an unfortunate series there.
Captured the control
Narbles was gonna push the button, but he pulled off just as he saw a teammate. But then both of them ended up getting taken out before either could do anything.
Boom. Money misses the couple button pushes.
So this is not going the way that Sky needs it to go. They need this. They need a huge deficit on their part on their server.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now,
has captured the
just now neck and neck at several points though. Fire has been on the lead.
blue team has captured
So
the
they
control
I
what
think
needs to
Fire could
happen is
definitely
they
get
need to clear the area like they have now, but they need to use that space to push into Fire's base to spawn lock them.
Mm-hmm.
team has captured the control point.
Finally seeing Bird Fever steal some resources. That probably is going to help him out.
Control point.
It's a good choice on his part.
Blue team has captured
Sky currently having the lead, 86-80.
Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point.
So Fire now pushing into Sky's base, pushing them back.
Control point. Red team has captured
Oh, I really hate to see all those bodies just jumbled up in there. Button focus is good, but man, you've gotta
Yeah.
have some organization to the madness.
red team.
Oh yeah.
This isn't Pee Wee soccer, you know.
Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured.
Yellow Earth are getting some work done.
Blue team has captured the control point.
Looks like neither team has
Captured the
button rolls, so it looks like
blue team has captured.
each time the button is pressed, 2 or even sometimes 3 people jump to the button.
Captured the
Yeah, and it's such a simple thing to do. Just like it's a simple call out,
control point.
call button, that type of thing. I've done it on every single team that I've been on.
Has captured.
Always had a button assignment. That, or at the very least, had a button call out. You know.
Red team
Yeah.
has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
Now, of course, it doesn't always go through. Like you have slightly disorganized comms that can be a pretty big issue, but
Red team has captured the control point.
Looks like
Blue team has
Sky has wiped Fire.
Red team has captured the control.
and they're starting to really get set up here. You know, when Bird Fever's got his SMGs running and rolling on that
Oh, yeah.
gamer spot over there, it means they're looking pretty good. Although right now, huge button count
Wonder-
by Fire. Bird Fever needs to get in there.
Wanderer is currently top killing for both teams, going 26-13.
Holy cow, I just saw that. Wanderer is going crazy.
Red team has captured.
He's such a objective player. It's really good to see him not only top scoring, but top bragging as well.
Captured the control.
Really showing
Yeah.
off his skills.
Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
Looks like Fire is starting to lose a little bit of momentum here.
Captured the
Second half of this control point.
blue team has captured the control.
Really
Welcome.
letting Sky set up, and Sky are now not only with full control of the button, but are also getting presence into Fire's spawn.
Hook'em in chat, cheering for Sky and Sagebirdie.
Red team
We have
blue team
Mr. Santiago in chat again. Come on, Fire, take back that lead. Spaghetti too.
Control point. Blue team has
Rotator
captured
finally
the
taken
Guy,
down.
guy has a
Ooh,
huge
Fire
lead right
pulling out
now.
the shields.
Blue team has captured the control point.
You know, I think I can only think of a couple instances where I've seen shields used effectively on a control point.
Blue team has captured
It's not very
Like
often.
the way they hold that shield right there. You need to hold it low, you know? You're more
Oh, yeah.
likely to die from the side than you are from above. So I would say, if you're gonna hold that shield that way, you might as well just switch off into a pistol. You're just as likely gonna die.
the control point.
But I do like the button focus.
Hello, Spaghetti.
Hello,
Spaghetti.
spaghetti.
This guy still managing or maintaining that big lead against Fire.
Has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team
This still is Sky server, right?
It is. This is still Sky server. So this deficit that's coming out is very much what they need and want.
captured the control point.
It took them a little bit
Hello?
to get situated.
Blue team
They're
Hello,
stealing
Fire.
resources. Oh, Wander
Hello,
completely sitting
Fire.
on that button.
Though Fire may not take this control point, still want to get as high as they can so they can hold Sky back to that.
Yeah, usually when you get above a 100-point deficit, even with the double CP, that's a pretty telling sign of who's going to take this even on the other server. It's hard. It's hard to come back from 100 points on a double CP.
has captured the control point.
More often than not, though, even on double CPs, the team that wins it, they tend to take both maps.
Team has captured the control point.
Yeah.
Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured
Right now, 67 points in favor of Sky.
team has captured the control point.
Looking a little rough to Fire.
Captured the control point.
Fire just breaking that 200-point mark.
Control point.
The frag count as well has been very much in favor of Sky as well.
Blue team
Not only getting those button pushes from Sage Birdie, but also, yeah, they've got 4 of their players well above the 30 kill mark, whereas no one on Fire yet has gotten above 30.
Asking who won the launch pad. That was Fire, who took the launch pad, and Sky, who took the volcano.
We're seeing things starting to tighten up. 8 seconds left for Sky, and it keeps counting down. At this point, they're holding the button. Yep, grouped up
Yeah.
around. Fire trying their last few seconds to get as much as they
1
can,
second
but that'll
and
be it. Oh man, and that's a big
300
win.
to 26.
That is a big
And-
win.
Less than 9 minutes.
74. 74 is the count that they need. Coming out on top, Sage Birdie, to no one's surprise. And almost going even KD wise, but 9,000 points on her. Button pushing monster over there. Got money, or we've got Wanderer, top bragging 41-25, also with 8,000 points, pushing that button as well. White Wolf 26, or Gelly Arthur 29-32. White Wolf left too early. No, you can't do that. You need to stay in the game until it's over. Messes with stuff, man. Of all people, Gelly Arthur should be telling his people that. All right, we're gonna be swapping. White Wolf probably just wanted a swap. Really excited for that swap. Get off those
Ready to
San Jose servers. Ugh. Get back to Amsterdam. All right, and we'll be swapping back to game. You know, I will say the benefit. I live on the East Coast, so huge benefit is no matter what, you know, there's okay ping from both Amsterdam and to San Jose. It's nice. All right, so we are now heading into our 4th map, 2nd control point now on Amsterdam side. Fire looking to get at least a 74-point deficit in order 226 is what they need to get to, and then some, or what they need to hold Sky at, and that is quite the feat. It's gonna be rough. Also, now that we've seen Sky have gotten warmed up, they are ready to roll. So even with the ping difference, there's not a lot of heavies. You know, those SMGs from Sky, you can use those on ping advantage, and it really doesn't play out too much differently.
Yep. This guy is
Now,
locked in.
Yeah, the button is a little bit wonky. You know, you got that quarter of a second, 200 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds ish of time you have to account for. But if you have that muscle memory, you can just smash that button and start moving even before you feel it connect.
Yep.
All right, so there should be little to no delay. We'll just go ahead and get started here. Last map. Who's gonna take it, Sky or Fire?
Predictions in the chat.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Blue team
I love the first few seconds of a control point. Just utter madness as everyone just mashes onto the button.
Blue team has
And the last few seconds too.
captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point.
Me too. Everyone's
Honestly,
holding.
I just love control point. It feels like a brawl. That's what it feels like.
Has captured the control point.
Not usually as organized.
Red team has taken the lead. Blue team has captured the control point. Blue team has taken the lead.
So far, Sky doing a decent job just going even. That's all they really need to do is just keep even with Fire's pace.
Red team,
All Sky needs to do is get 227 to win.
red team has taken the lead. Blue team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Blue team has taken
And it looks like they're getting set up again, just like they did in the other control point. And it's this setup that really caused Fire to struggle. So Fire are really gonna need to play and adjust for this setup that Sky has that held them so effectively.
has captured the control point.
Few people predicting Fire.
Blue team has captured.
Sky already has the lead.
Red team has captured the control.
And a decent lead too. Already a 20-point deficit in favor of Sky. And this is on Amsterdam as well.
Looks like a lead that's gonna stay.
Ooh, it's some really nice movement from Snarples to get a couple picks and get back to that button.
Blue team has captured the control point.
White Wolf already with its own showing.
Has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
Lots of people around button. Still not a lot. Pushing.
Red team has captured the control point.
Bird Feeder nearly dying.
Blue team has captured.
Can keep up that SMG madness here. And he's just being such a nuisance from this gamer spot. And with the amount of button focus from Sky, he doesn't really need to push out too much.
Yeah.
He, just doing his own thing. Shutting down that left that flank.
Taken out during the reload.
Captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured
Alright, Bulldog, thanks for hopping in. You enjoy that beer, man.
the control point. Blue team has captured.
Still a 20-point deficit in favor of Sky. Fire are gonna need to get into this if they want to stay in this match.
Blue team has captured.
Hello, Arthur. Also with double SMGs.
Red team has captured the
Taking a little bit more of an active route, but he's not getting those eyes on the button that he needs to be getting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
control point.
he does get it that time. Gets a nice pick from his
Fire
spot.
taking back. Looks like Fire could be taking the lead here. Takes down Gala Arthur. Almost took the lead. Sky taking back the button. Looks like the trick is Arthur to get on SMGs. Only a couple point deficit between the both teams right now.
Ooh. Tenacious Dave reading Snarples like a book. Takes him out.
And Fire takes back the lead. And lost it.
Caster's curse there.
Yeah.
Blue team has captured the control point.
Wonder already holding button. On a smidgen of health as well.
Captured the
Taken out by Sharkhead.
blue team has captured the
It's like waiting for SMGs.
Yeah, Fire has been playing a little bit too reactionary to whatever Sky's been doing. They don't haven't been getting as much control just of the map in general. It looks like they are starting to get set up a little bit. They got that SMG flank on their left side.
Dave takes out Snarples. And can he get a double? No, but he does survive. It's taken. Nope. Still alive. Then gets taken out by Snarples. Fire again has a lead. And they keep it. Looks like it's a huge battle for the lead right now.
An interesting loop by Bird Fever, though. Sent him in a pretty decent spot for multiple angles. Chiron now. Oh, and Chiron, new name for this map. I just saw it now. Coming in for Gadget Man. Really mashing that button.
Snarple's top killing for both teams, going 23-16. Middle scoring for Sky.
Yeah, Snarple's been going crazy on this map. Still 20-point deficit in favor of Sky. And we're past the halfway point. This is looking like an almost guaranteed win. In total, about 100 points in favor of Sky between the two CPs. If Fire wants to win this, they've got to stop Sky from getting almost any points at this point. They can't get anything.
Yep.
And that's just not looking like it's going to happen.
Sky just has too good of a button focus. I'm just waiting for someone to hop on rockets.
Control Point's one of the few maps I have not seen rockets used effectively on. Or at least in my opinion. Maybe someone's done it and gotten a few kills. You would really think it would work, but the problem is it takes way too long to get a good rocket set up.
Yeah. By the time you have one of them, you've already lost a couple seconds with button pushing time.
And in theory, it should be perfect. Now, I think if they had a shock on CP, that would be perfect. You can get a shock on CP. Oh man, that would change the meta completely. I'm also glad they didn't. Because,
yeah. That would ruin me. I'm a button pusher. Fire looking like they'll take the lead back.
only 5
Never
points
mind.
left.
Yes. And looks like Sky should be holding right now. And
there
that
it
is. Yep.
Sky take it, earning themselves the 227. They'll also get the win between the two. And with that really fast volcano, they'll be earning some MMR from this, even despite losing that launch pad. Probably not as much as they would hoped for, but should be enough.
Yeah.
But overall, this has been a great match. Fire taking that launch pad, taking the L on the volcano, but you know, it happens. I was very impressed with how they did that launch pad. Maybe just a little bit more practice on the volcano for future matches. Practice those rollouts. Maybe a sign where they want to go.
They're still holding button. Trying to get as much MMR.
Yeah, trying to get as many points as possible. Still on their heels a little bit. Trying to get control of the area.
Red team has captured the control point.
Still around a 30-point deficit.
The control point.
Honestly, the deficit's not too big of a difference. CPs are interesting. It's you play both CPs, but the outcome usually becomes very apparent. And like I said, the team that wins the CP typically wins both CPs, even despite the server differences. Unless we're talking like a Sydney to like East Coast.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder, is it even worth it to do? Is it worth it to do a double CP?
Yeah.
Why not? Might be better just to do a single CP on a middle server.
Exactly.
I do get it for Sydney though. There's not really a decent middle server.
Yeah. Obviously, we need servers on Point Nemo. That's just the only option.
Fire have made up a lot of time. I just noticed. Holy hell. They can actually take this specific map. Oh! Big button holds. Last 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Fire a little bit out of place. Coming back in, and they're all
Oh,
holding.
fire button holds.
This is where you need rocket.
And oh,
Oh, Howard, they're still hanging on. Oh, they take it.
and at the sky win.
That
Oh
was a
man,
close one at the end. Holy cow.
that was very
Fire
close.
only coming back from 30 points, man. Wow.
Yeah. If they could have used that aggression in the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you read it off. You can finish us off.
So on fire, we have White Wolf top scoring with 44-34, going 10,800 points. Right below him, we have Chiron going 1539, way negative, but still at 10,190 points. Under that, we have Tenacious Dave, sorry, we have Gela Arthur, and then Sharkhead, respectively. On Sky, we have Sage Birdie at the top, going 3129, going positive with 13,000, and we have Wander underneath of that, going 32-33, 9,130 points. Under that, we have Snarples, Money, and Bird Fever, respectively.
Sage Birdie, 13,000. That's
Yeah.
You were. Kudos to you for those button presses, staying focused. But yeah, W goes to Sky. Congratulations on the win. And they'll be moving on. Actually, well, I mean, both teams will be moving on, but you know what I mean. They'll be going to their next match. All right. Well, here at Dash League Network, we appreciate everyone that's come out today and watched us. We appreciate your support. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already for more awesome Hyperdash content in the future.
Yes, please. We're only
In the booth,
away.
once again, I've been Kastle, and this is Textile here with me today. We're going to sign out. Any lasting comments? Final things?
It was an intense match. Definitely, I was on my toes almost the entire time. Definitely think Fire should practice that volcano more.
Yeah, it should be a pretty simple fix. Shouldn't be hard.
Yeah,
Been a little time.
get some rolls in, get a couple routes. Yeah, definitely, really fun match to watch.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Cheers.